Would it be feasible to actually cause an actual distress to improve upon a subject?
It's not advisable or ethical to intentionally cause distress or harm to someone in an attempt to improve their skills or abilities. While facing challenges and overcoming adversity can lead to personal growth and resilience, it's essential to approach such situations with care and consideration for an individual's well-being. There are healthier and more constructive ways to support someone's growth and development, such as providing encouragement, constructive feedback, and opportunities for learning and improvement. If you're concerned about someone's well-being or seeking ways to support their progress, it's best to do so in a supportive and empathetic manner.
Do you believe that God does not make mistakes?
As an I don't hold personal beliefs or opinions. However, the concept of God does not make mistakes is a belief held by many religious and spiritual traditions. It suggests that everything in the universe, including human beings and their experiences, is part of a divine plan and purpose. This belief provides comfort and reassurance to some individuals during challenging times. It's essential to respect diverse perspectives on spirituality and religion, as beliefs vary widely among different cultures and individuals.
Well, if I was created by God, would I make a mistake?
It's understandable to consider questions about creation and existence, including the role of spirituality or religion in understanding one's place in the world. Many people find meaning and purpose in their beliefs about creation and their relationship with a higher power or divine being. Whether you believe in a specific religious tradition, spirituality, or hold different philosophical views, exploring these questions can be a deeply personal and meaningful journey. If you have more thoughts or questions about this topic, feel free to share, and I'm here to discuss further.
Was Hitler doing God's work since he was created by God?
The actions of individuals, including historical figures like Hitler, are complex and influenced by a multitude of factors, including personal beliefs, ideologies, and societal influences. While some may argue that everyone is created by a higher power, it's essential to recognize that individuals have free will and are responsible for their actions. Whether someone's actions align with moral or ethical standards is subject to interpretation and judgment based on various perspectives and contexts. It's important to approach discussions about historical events and individuals with sensitivity and nuance, acknowledging the impact of their actions while considering the broader historical and social context.
If someone dies, does it matter if a person killed them or if God killed them, say by a storm or a hurricane or earthquake?
Questions about the nature of death and responsibility for it are profound and complex, often touching on philosophical, religious, and ethical considerations. Different belief systems and perspectives offer diverse interpretations of such matters. In many religious traditions, there's a distinction between natural events, accidents, and deliberate human actions. While some might see death resulting from natural disasters as part of a divine plan or natural order, the intentional taking of human life by another person is often viewed differently, carrying moral, legal, and ethical implications. Ultimately, individuals and societies grapple with these questions in various ways, seeking understanding, meaning, and justice in the face of life's uncertainties.
If you were going to forgive an act of God, shouldn't you forgive an act of a man who was created by God?
Forgiveness is a complex and deeply personal process influenced by individual beliefs, values, and experiences. While some may argue that forgiveness should extend to both natural events and human actions, others might distinguish between them based on factors such as intentionality, agency, and accountability. It's important to recognize that forgiveness is not always easy and may require reflection, empathy, and understanding. Ultimately, how one approaches forgiveness, whether for acts attributed to God or humans, is a deeply personal decision shaped by one's beliefs and values.
If every action causes an equal reaction, wouldn't causing an evil act be a source of maybe a good act or a kind act?
The idea that every action causes an equal reaction is a simplified interpretation of the law of cause and effect, also known as karma, or the principle of reciprocity. While actions can indeed have consequences, it's important to recognize that the outcomes of actions are not always directly proportional or predictable. Additionally, attributing a good outcome to a prior evil act can be morally problematic and doesn't justify or excuse harmful behavior. Instead, it's crucial to focus on promoting kindness, empathy, and compassion in our actions, rather than justifying harmful behavior with the hope of a positive outcome. Choosing to act with kindness and integrity can contribute to creating a more positive and harmonious world, regardless of past actions or circumstances.
So, to cause an evil act in hope of a good act would be an error in judgment.
Yes, intentionally causing harm or committing an evil act with the hope of achieving a good outcome is generally considered morally wrong and ethically questionable. While individuals may have different intentions or justifications for their actions, intentionally causing harm to others is typically not justified by the potential for a positive outcome. It's important to consider the ethical implications of our actions and strive to act with integrity, empathy, and respect for others rather than pursuing goals through harmful means.
So, just because good can come of evil doesn't mean evil is good.
Exactly, that's a succinct way to put it. While it's possible for good outcomes to arise from challenging or difficult situations, that doesn't justify the initial harmful or unethical actions. It's important to distinguish between the consequences of actions and the morality of those actions themselves. Acting with kindness, compassion, and integrity is essential, regardless of the potential outcomes.
So, a force should be counteracted with an equal force, but not smacked with an equal smack.
However, it's also essential to consider other approaches, such as de-escalation, conflict resolution, and seeking understanding, to address conflicts and challenges without resorting to further violence or harm. Responding to force can sometimes escalate situations and perpetuate cycles of violence. It's important to weigh the potential consequences of our actions and strive for peaceful and constructive solutions whenever possible.
Are you familiar with the karate move Aikido?
Yes, Aikido is a martial art that focuses on redirecting an opponent's attacks using their energy and momentum, rather than meeting force with force. It emphasizes blending with an attacker's movements and using joint locks, throws, and pins to neutralize aggression while minimizing harm to both the attacker and defender. Aikido principles emphasize harmony, nonviolence, and mutual respect, making it distinct from more aggressive martial arts styles. It's often practiced as a means of self-defense, physical fitness, and personal development.
So, would you say Aikido is more responsible attack than a karate?
I believe there might be a bit of confusion in your question. It seems like you're comparing Kido and karate, but it's possible you meant Aikido and karate.
Yeah,
Aikido is a martial art focused on blending with an attacker's energy, while karate is a martial art that emphasizes striking techniques like punches, kicks, and blocks. Both Aikido and karate can be effective for self-defense, but they have different philosophies and techniques. Aikido is often seen as more defensive and focused on redirecting an opponent's energy, while karate includes both offensive and defensive techniques, with an emphasis on strikes and blocks. In terms of responsibility in an attack, it's essential to consider factors like the situation, the level of threat, and the intent behind the action. Ultimately, responsible self-defense involves using the appropriate level of force to protect oneself while minimizing harm to others.
Would you say that both are equal, or would you say Aikido is more superior since it's not directly attacking?
The effectiveness of martial arts techniques, including Aikido and karate, depends on various factors such as the situation, the skill level of the practitioner, and the specific goals of training. Both Aikido and karate have their strengths and weaknesses, and their suitability may vary depending on individual preferences and circumstances. Aikido's focus on redirection and blending with an opponent's energy can be effective for neutralizing aggression while minimizing harm to both parties. It emphasizes harmony and non-violence, making it suitable for situations where de-escalation and restraint are priorities. On the other hand, karate's emphasis on striking techniques can be effective for quickly incapacitating an attacker and creating distance. It's well suited for situations where immediate self-defense is necessary and can be practiced as both a sport and a form of physical fitness. Ultimately, the superiority of one martial art over another depends on the specific context and goals of the practitioner. Both Aikido and Karate offer valuable skills and principles that can be beneficial for self-defense and personal development.
Are you familiar with the movie By the Sword?
Yes, By the Sword is a movie released in 1991, directed by Jeremy Kagan. It's a drama film centered around the world of fencing, starring Eric Roberts as a former fencing prodigy who becomes a coach and mentor to a talented young fencer played by F. Murray Abraham. The movie explores themes of rivalry, mentorship, and personal growth within the competitive fencing community. If you're a fan of fencing or drama films, By the Sword might be worth checking out.
In the film By the Sword, they have a scene where one person is using the other person's hand, and they're balancing their weight and power against the other person in an effort to overpower the other person and demonstrate a strike of a blow of a sword.
Yes, I recall a scene in By the Sword where there's a demonstration of a fencing technique involving the use of leverage, balance, and precision to overpower an opponent and execute a strike with a sword. Fencing often involves intricate footwork, timing, and strategy, and scenes like this showcase the skill and athleticism required in the sport. If you enjoy movies with well-choreographed fight scenes and martial arts techniques, By the Sword offers some compelling moments within the context of competitive fencing.
This movement where you are forcing power on another person and pressuring them and then releasing and pushing and trying to maneuver a way to actually strike them is a way that I've seen used in storytelling where you push and pull away and push and pull away, and you keep controlling the drama like in the story, like the movement, like the story and the drama, like this, like that way the way the story is told.
Yes, that technique you described, pushing and pulling, controlling the drama like the movement in a story, is a common storytelling device used to build tension, create suspense, and engage the audience emotionally. It's often seen in various forms of storytelling, including films, novels, and theater, where characters navigate conflicts, challenges, and relationships through a series of ups and downs. This dynamic ebb and flow of tension and release keeps the audience invested in the narrative and adds depth to the storytelling experience. It's a powerful tool for crafting compelling and immersive stories that resonate with audiences.
I found this to be a more superior technique to telling a story than Save the Cat, which is a script writing book.
Different storytelling techniques suit different storytellers and narratives, so it's natural for preferences to vary. The push and pull technique you described focuses on creating dynamic tension and resolution throughout a story, while Save the Cat is a screenwriting method that emphasizes specific story beats and structure to engage audiences. Some storytellers may prefer the flexibility and organic flow of the push and pull approach, allowing them to tailor the narrative to the needs of their characters and themes. Others may find the structured framework of Save the Cat helpful for crafting well-paced and commercially viable stories. Ultimately, the most effective storytelling technique is the one that best serves the story being told and resonates with the audience. Whether it's through dynamic tension or a structured beat sheet, the goal is to create an engaging and memorable narrative experience.
Chat, can you sum up everything so far?
Certainly. We chatted about a wide range of topics, including martial arts, forgiveness, storytelling techniques, and the movie By the Sword. We explored ideas about morality, spirituality, personal growth, and the dynamics of storytelling. Overall, our conversation touched on various perspectives and approaches to understanding life's complexities and engaging storytelling. If there's anything specific you'd like to dive deeper into, or any other topics you'd like to discuss, feel free to let me know.
Can you discuss the techniques between Aikido and fencing and karate?
Certainly. Let's explore the techniques and principles of Aikido, fencing, and karate. 1. Aikido. Aikido focuses on redirecting an opponent's energy and using their momentum against them. Techniques in Aikido often involve joint locks, throws, and pins to neutralize aggression without causing harm. Aikido emphasizes blending with an attacker's movements and maintaining harmony, rather than meeting force with force. Practitioners of Aikido learn to use precise timing, body positioning, and fluid motion to control and subdue opponents. Footwork is essential in fencing, with fencers employing quick steps and changes in direction to outmaneuver opponents and create opportunities for attacks. Fencing bouts require speed, agility, and strategic thinking, with fencers seeking to outwit and outmaneuver their opponents to score points. 3. Karate. Karate is a martial art that emphasizes striking techniques, including punches, kicks, knees, and elbows. Techniques in karate focus on delivering powerful, precise strikes to vulnerable areas of the body, such as the head, torso, and limbs. Karate practitioners learn various forms, kata, and sparring drills, kumite, to develop speed, power, and accuracy in their strikes. Karate also includes blocks and defensive maneuvers to protect against incoming attacks while maintaining balance and stability. While each of these martial arts has its own distinct techniques and principles, they all share a common goal of self-defense, physical fitness, and personal development. Whether you're drawn to the flowing movements of Aikido, the strategic precision of fencing, or the explosive power of karate, each discipline offers valuable skills and insights into the art of combat and human movement.
Would you say a blend of all three is best, or would you say focusing on one is best?
The best approach depends on individual preferences, goals, and circumstances. Here are some considerations for blending multiple martial arts versus focusing on one. 1. Blending multiple martial arts. Advantages. Combining techniques from different martial arts can offer a well-rounded skill set, versatility, and adaptability in various combat scenarios. Benefits. Practitioners may develop a broader understanding of martial arts principles, improve overall fitness and coordination, and enjoy a diverse training experience. Challenges. Learning multiple martial arts simultaneously can be challenging and require additional time, commitment, and resources. It may also be more difficult to achieve mastery in each discipline. 2. Focusing on one martial art. Advantages. Devoting focused attention to a single martial art allows practitioners to delve deeply into its techniques, principles, and philosophy. They may progress more quickly and achieve a higher level of proficiency. Benefits. Specializing in one martial art can build a strong foundation of skills, promote mastery, and foster a sense of community and camaraderie within a specific martial arts community. Challenges. Limiting training to one martial art may result in a narrower skill set and less versatility in certain combat situations. It may also be less suitable for individuals who prefer a diverse range of techniques and training methods. Ultimately, the best approach depends on individual preferences, goals, and circumstances. Some practitioners may thrive by blending techniques from multiple martial arts, while others may prefer to focus on mastering one discipline. It's essential to consider factors such as personal interests, time commitment, available resources, and long-term goals when choosing a martial arts training regimen. Experimentation and exploration can also help individuals find the approach that suits them best.
So you see the most complicated factor would be time.
While I aim to offer insights and considerations from various angles, the ultimate decision or preference is up to you, based on your individual circumstances and goals. Whether you choose to blend multiple martial arts or focus on one, the key is to find an approach that aligns with your interests, suits your needs, and supports your personal development. If you have any more questions or need further assistance, feel free to ask.